What I'm gonna do now is we're gonna go on Oregon and we're gonna talk about the average general like strats in terms of reinforcements, positions, droning phase on attack, the two different ways of attacking that people generally use, and angles. We can talk about tricks. We can talk about different stuff. All right. People wanted this, so I might do this for every single map if people like it. If not, then I'm just gonna do it for Oregon, and then I'm gonna call myself a bad player. I'm gonna do it on stream so people can ask questions if that's something they don't understand, or if there's a specific question about a strat or a position, or if they have a scenario and they want to know my opinion on that, or a droning thing, or camera spots for Valkyrie. I don't know all of them, but I know some that are pretty good. And yeah. You should make it a YouTube series. I will, Bryson, I will. If I'm gonna do it for every single map, we'll make a YouTube series and Prixie will upload it. Pengu trying to become cakes. I don't know, like, no, my stream suggested it. I never wanted to do this. Until my stream was like, oh, how do you play Oregon? I'm like, then I YouTube guides and I saw like different, like I think I saw like 7 different guides for Oregon. And I was like, the way Kickstarter did was probably like the most, like the best one, because we don't have a spectator like mode in this game. We don't have like infinite ammo, infinite reinforcements, infinite like flying and go through walls like to speed it up. We don't have infinite time. We don't have like a sandbox mode, right? So I think the way Kickstarter did it was the easiest one. It doesn't really require anything but game knowledge. Can you put this video on YouTube too? Yeah, it will be on YouTube. It will. NG, thank you for the follow, buddy. I think I might turn off when people follow and whatnot, because it's just gonna be in video. So let me just do that now. I'm getting tired. I'm getting really tired. Let's see here. Follows, donations, host, bits. Gonna keep subs on though. Gotta keep subs on. Alright. If there's something I missed, let me know. And if not, then okay, it doesn't work. Thank you, Mace the Cook, for the follow. And Blue's attack, I'm gonna start on defense, I think, alright? Oh, I'm not gonna start on defense. I'm gonna kill myself one sec. Yeah, I'm wearing a turtleneck, dude. Alright, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna do that with Sledge. Let me get my chat over here so it's easy to read. Alright. Minimum drone phase, so doesn't matter. I'm gonna talk about basement defense, then basement attack, then kids defense and kids attack. No, I want to do it for bomb because bomb is the only competitive game mode. I actually don't even know how hostage and security data works. I don't know the bomb stats for that. I actually don't even know. Is this Gunda from every time when you're getting followers? Yeah, it is. It is. Alright. So, I guess we just do it as Jaeger. Doesn't really matter. I'll do it with, I'll just do it here. So, laundry. I'm gonna shoot the walls I'm gonna reinforce, alright? You put open to public on, doesn't matter. Alright. So, let's just start with simple reinforcements, okay? You got 1. You got 2. You got 3. 2. You got 4. 5. And you got 6. And you got 7. Right? So right now we have like 3 spare reinforcements that you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want with. You can do something like you can reinforce this wall so that you can play offensively on stairs. So the only way they can actually peek you is if they destroy from above. Not every single team does this, not even in Pro League. So that's 8. And then the last 2 you can usually put... You can do multiple things. One of them is the most basic one, is that you put 2 here. 9 and 10. And then you can put bandits on these walls, you can mute charge them, and you can basically make like a line down here where you can shoot their feet. And just finish it. There, and then basically you put barbed wire. And then usually what people do in the attack construction is that they're gonna put a backbeat like here. and you can shoot his feet. You know, this barbed wire, he's gonna be slowed. You can play like shotgun close. You can do so many different things, right? So most standard setup is all those 10 reinforcements. You're gonna put barbed wire, obviously. If you make these pickles, you wanna have a barbed wire here. You're gonna have a barbed wire here, in case they push from tower. You could put it down a little bit to like here, so that it's not gonna get naded if they nade this store. If you play castle or something like that. You can have pickles here in this wall, unless you reinforce it. Some teams do that. And then obviously, what you're gonna do is that these stairs, they're called barbed wire stairs. Okay, they're literally made of barbed wire. You have one barbed wire here, there, 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 there. You know, you take as much barbed wire as you can, you fill it up. That's what you do. And the purpose of that is that it's super slow to get down. It's hard to deal with. It's not really worth the nades. And honestly, I don't think you have enough nades. And like, unless you spend all of them here. Usually people place like an ADS here to soak like 2 nades or 2 flashbangs or 2 smokes. Another good idea is right here. That will take the ADSs from the hatch, which is usually a smoke to smoke connector. You could place a smoke here, but that can die from the hatch. The last one, you can really place anywhere. If you want it for B side, or if you want, like some people, back in season 1, we used to play in this corner. But with the capital fire, you can actually fire it right here, and you die. So placing ADS here. I actually don't know the angle. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can place one, right? No? Am I boosted? Oh, you can. I found it. I found it, now I lost it. Alright, you can place it. You can place an ADS here, and you can soak up the nade so you're not gonna get naded. But again, capital exists, don't play here. Alright. Another thing you can do is that you can take the 2 reinforcements from the construction tunnel, and you can actually, this is what Unties do, you can play aggro in meeting hall, basically reinforcing towards the kitchen, and you can either reinforce or leave these 2 open in an attic. I think what most teams do is that they reinforce one side, and then they play pulls or like any operator really in the other side, and you have like super good control. But again, they can pressure from watchtower, and they should go full big dig and reinforce everything. I wouldn't advise that. If you join it, there's no point for you to join it, by the way. So you can either play, you know, standard basement, you can play meeting hall. You can also do something that Sisu did in season 2 and 1. Basically, they play 2 guys lurking, or 3. They played 1 shotgun on these stairs, holding them with barbed wire. Then they had a secondary shotgun on this side, playing shotgun as well with barbed wire. And then they had a 3rd guy, a Jaeger, which was Jonas. He's on Penta now. And he would literally, he would go down here, he would kill someone, or like take a fight. Then he would run back up in safety, and he would run all the other way to the main stairs and take another fight, you know? So he'd just run back and forth. If we chased him, died to a shotgun. So basically the counter for that would be go construction tunnel, right? And that's exactly why you can prepare the construction tunnel with barbed wire and like feed level peak areas, right? Like you saw down here in red. That's exactly why we have this prepped. Because if a team goes to construction and you have like no barbed wire, no pressure, no peak holes, then they can go all the way in here, black beak gets this angle, you have no rotation, right? They can blow this hatch, and you can stand down here, you can't even play here. So either you're stuck in this corner, or you're stuck on A. Then they can either breach the construction tunnel wall or the A hatch, and you're fucked, right? So always prepare for both scenarios. I'm not gonna join. I would prefer not to, otherwise I'll just set it on private and it'll take extra time. So yeah. I think that's like the only 2 things people do. Like, some people, they try and hold blue with like, you know, a shotgun. You could maybe play Caveira close and like cheese it. Where like, you can run out, place a barbed wire, and then play like Caveira and be like, poo-poo. But again, not really reliable. You can always nade you, flash you, you know, nade the barbed wire, whatnot. They can play shield and push you in, so I wouldn't advise that either. So yeah. Meeting hall push, oh sorry, not push, meeting hall hold, like Unisies do, or standard, you know, 5 on side, nothing fancy. I should have played smoke actually. So what you can do with smoke, if you have a shotgun, is that you can make a hole here. Like, obviously these bars, they're not going to be here because you have a shotgun. And you can throw, back in the day was a C4, but these days a smoke grenade, in an angle so that they will land perfectly for the guy planning default, right? So you throw them through that hole, they will land about this area, and this guy cannot plant anymore because he's going to die to the smoke. If they plant here, same thing. And if they plant here, you can do something really cheesy, and you can go... And this is like what we did in Penta last season, right? You had like a smallest Pico here. And the guy planting on right side, you can see his feet and his like chest head level there, depending on the angle, right? So you can just, even if it's smoked off, just have your aim right here or right there. And when his name pops up, because when you mouse over somebody, even in Pro League, you get like a their name. You just left click them, or they die, or they have to run back. So it's literally impossible for them to plant unless all 3 smokes are used, or they kill smoke, or smoke misses the smoke grenade. Or like if they have them on town, they can plant behind it, right? And then if you don't have a C4, you lose, and you gotta take the retake. Do you ever push them in ranked? In ranked, we kill them before they get to the basement. Jeez. I lurk. You know, we kill like 5 people, and that's it. We never defense the basement when we play ranked, because we just lurk with 5 people or 4 people. So basically, they cannot plant in any way, and that's why we reinforce this wall, right? So smoke can actually play behind that wall and like peek with a smoke grenade. And you want to make this hole as far up as possible, so that they cannot see the smoke himself. They can only see him throwing the gas grenade. They could still pre-fire and like kill you, but they're not gonna actually see you, which is really handy. The same thing. I'm on attack now. I'll just do it with sledge, I guess. I can do it bug. I don't have Spock on this account. I'll just do it sledge. And go basement. Because there's one more angle for the smoke. I should have made the playlist defender only, huh? Oh, not really, because I need to be attack as well. Alright. Is it a starter account? Yeah, it is. It is. It's a starter edition, yeah. They had a sale on Steam. And I got so many accounts, so I can't be bothered to, like, pay the premium price. Alright, so the other angle is here. You can actually throw a smoke, you know, in this direction. And you can make it either pop, let this nade pop first. Either it can land, like, between these and land here. Or you can throw it to the right side of this item and it will land, like, here. And if you throw it properly, you can actually smoke the guy planning default as well. And nobody can kill you in this angle unless they, like, as you see, here. So if you were to die, Blackbeard would literally need to push all the way out here. And he is exposed from hallway, he's exposed from storage, and he's exposed from yourself if you're watching it, right? If you're not standing AFK with a smoke grenade. So that's a safer spot. But how the other angle worked, I don't know if I can get this right. Not really. But basically, you make the hole above your head, so it will be like from there to there, and you can throw the nade or the smoke grenade above it, and it would land. Usually, it lands like on this thing, right? And you can just pop it. Will this make me pro? It will give you a really good, like if you play with friends in rank, you can win every single rank with this probably. Alright. So that's like the static defense. You know, you play 5 guys in basement, maybe we got like 1 guy lurking big watchtower, but it's pretty simple. The plan for using an attacker, the goal is for them not to plant. If they plant, usually what we call it is that you lose. You obviously can still win with the retake, but it's super difficult, especially to play it well, especially with claymores. But what you can do is that you can play Valkyrie, you can have like cameras in meeting hall, and let's say they planted, right? What are you gonna do? Okay, they planted default. They have, let's say, 4 people alive. That's very realistic, right? Alright, let's say it's a 4 versus 5. You're 5 guys in basement, there are 4 guys on attack. So you have 2 or 3 people. They're gonna roam behind, right? Destroy this door, run up the stairs. Obviously check the watchtower camera if it's alive. If it's alive, it's fine, you can go up. If not, take the chance anyway. And then you wanna go over here and go into meeting hall with 1 guy. Or let's say 2 guys. Okay, 2 guys goes meeting hall to help each other, because usually that's 1 guy meeting hall. The 3rd guy will go into watchtower, destroy this window. And in the prep phase, you need to do this. So in the prep phase, destroy this window and destroy this one. I probably can't do this. Yeah, destroy that window. Jump out, sprint, and you can get to about here before you get spotted with a fast operator, right? About this area. So at this point you get spotted, but obviously, honestly, unless they're watching your angle, they're not gonna see where you got spotted from. Even if they do, they're just gonna be like, oh shit, he's above us, you know, pressure. So 3rd guy goes here, and he can, you know, go here, and usually they have a sledge or buck. So this is open, and he can peek the Blackbeard. Boom. Blackbeard dead, right? Even if Blackbeard knows you're coming, it's a very bad angle for Blackbeard, so you could still win it, even though he knows you're coming. Meanwhile, you do that. The two other guys in meeting hall. By the way, Iraq, thank you for the follow. Why did you put your reinforcement? We already did that. Sorry. It'll be a VOD on it, and it'll be on YouTube as well, so you can rewatch it. So back to the two guys in meeting hall. Obviously, you can play Valkyrie and have a camera in here, and if that camera survives because you don't have an IQ, you know where the enemy is, pre-fire them. The most common spots, like left side, right side, close, or behind like the couch or stage. What a lot of pro players do is that they have a drone. They have a drone watching it, like, let's say like this, right? And the second they see you in the drone, they're gonna be like, pre-fire, right? So it's super, super safe for them. The only bad thing about this is that the second you got the drone, you make a sound that you swapped out of a cam, so people will know you're there. And then, obviously, you want to try and take the fight. You cannot be a pussy here. You cannot be like, oh, I don't want to die. I'm just gonna hold it like this. Like, the bomb is planted. It's probably like halfway now at this point because you rotated. You gotta push. You gotta push out. You gotta kill the guy holding a hatch. Kill the guy that's the guy in classroom. And you gotta proceed to go down the stairs or drop the hatch. Meanwhile, there's gonna be two guys in basement, one guy hallway, and preferably one guy in the rotation hole. And you kinda gotta time this pretty well, because if this guy goes out alone, he's gonna die. If that guy goes out alone, he's gonna die solo as well. And the same thing for meeting hall, you need to push together. The second the two guys got meeting hall control, they will push the hatch. At that same time, the two guys in basement will at the same time push out. What's gonna happen is that the guy in the hatch will either watch me here, and I will die, but then he will die from the guys pushing meeting hall, right? Or he's not gonna be watching the hatch because he knows somebody's meeting hall and he has to shoot them, leaving the hatch open, meaning the enemy can be default, stairs, or right side. And again, the guy that ran outside from Watchtower across the bridge, if he survives, Blackbeard's on the stairs is dead. That means that these two guys can proceed to push up all the way and flank them from the stairs, right? This is the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, Blackbeard's alive, you're gonna die. You know? How many barbed wires you need? How many barbed wires do you need? Let's say you play Smoke, you play Rook, you play Doc, you play Jaeger, and you play Valkyrie. Then you only have 6 barbed wire, right? No, Rook doesn't have barbed wire. 4 barbed wire, sorry. No, Doc has barbed wire. You have 6 barbed wire. And 6 barbed wire is enough, because you only have like, let's say 1, 2, 3, and then like 4, and this one you can leave open. And then the last 2 barbed wire you can put like either 1 on a hatch. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but you can do it. And then like 1 on this hatch. And the last one like here in the hallway. So they can't push you for free from Watchtower. Or if you play aggressive Watchtower stairs, you can put it like here. And then you can play like a shotgun here, like a normal guy, right? Yeah. Can I just play a casual game? I've been playing all day, dude. So I think that's all there is to Watchtower, really. Like, the retake is super difficult. And then the other thing is, like, if you're playing meeting hall, you basically play, like, I think you play, like, 3 people in here. And you just kind of play super aggro and let them push into you. And you have the peek advantage. And the second they very much out this wall, you fall back. You just drop the hatch. Usually people have this hatch open and they reinforce that one. And then they drop the hatch and they just play on the side. Or if you feel ballsy or like you're in a man advantage, you can stay and take the fight and waste more time. But the second the timer hits like 1 minute or 50 seconds, then you want to fall back because there's no point taking the chance anyway. Because if you die, you're down in people. If you fall back, you know, you're up in men and you have to plan in 50 seconds. Alright. So let's talk at drones and attack, alright? Droning is a beautiful thing. Very beautiful. And if you drone this properly, you can clear the entire map in like 20 seconds. I would say 20 seconds. Then you know exactly if they're lurking or if they aren't lurking. I'm gonna kill myself, alright. Who's the best defense in the game? Probably Smoke, honestly. Like Smoke, a Doc, Jaeger. Chishanga's pretty good. Yeah, we have a lot of strats. We have 150 pages of strat strategies. 150 strats. For all the maps, of course. Alright, one sec. While we're in the prep phase, I'm just gonna... I got an email from the emote creator. Alright, never mind. What is barbed wires? Sorry, I'm German. Barbed wires, that's the middle things that slows you down. Base attacker, fill my Blackbeard and Captown. Borrow Titan, thank you for the follow, dude. Alright, let's go over here. So, droning. You wanna have... I would say 3 drones droning actively. So, alright, drone number 1. It's that easy, okay? Time to learn Oregon. Hey. How do you remember all that? I play the game 10 hours a day per so you learn it, trust me. First drone, put it in Watchtower. You don't really want to drone anything, you just want to make sure that they're not spawn peeking from this door. I mean, you can put it outside here, that's more safe. You just want to make sure they're not spawn peeking, and you want to make sure nobody's in the big Watchtower. So, put it behind the boxes, you know, hide it wherever the hell you need. I put mine here, okay? Second drone. Gonna go to my destination over here. Second drone, we're gonna go to the small Watchtower area. Basically, usually around this box is where I put mine. You can watch the back stairs, you can't really watch the hallway, you can hear the hallway. You can't really see them, but you can hear it, right? So if anybody comes, this is prep phase we're talking. In the prep phase, this is what you do. Or you can do, you can do other things. So, when the round starts, the first thing you do with 3 people, the first guy goes on the drone, checks Watchtower. Okay, no steps, it's clear. Second guy goes on this drone, and he will immediately start droning. You know bathroom is clear, because you saw nobody went there, right? You know small Watchtower is clear, because nobody went there. And you don't really know if dining is clear, because they could go there for kitchen. So what you do, is that you drone dining. You gotta make sure you get all the corners, because that's how you lurk. You find the hiding spot, and you hide. Okay, you go over here. You check kitchen. You want to check even this corner. You don't want anybody lurking on the box. And if anybody's like running in this hallway, you can hear them, so don't worry about that. You go out here, you check the bathroom. Oh, whatever. And then basically you're done. Meanwhile, you're doing this. The third guy checked Watchtower. And the first guy, which is the last guy, he's gonna have a drone either, in main stairs, in main lobby, on armory. I like keeping mine in armory because armory is like, nobody goes there, right? So basically, the second round starts. This guy will go on his drone. He will drone armory. Okay, armory is clear. It's gonna be like, main door's clear. It's open, but nobody's there. They're not spawn peeking it, right? You're gonna go into bedroom. Here, you can see if anybody behind this from the feet that's in this corner. So you don't need to waste time going in there. You can just like watch it right there. Check behind the couch, or behind the bed, sorry. You're going to generator. Gen is clear. Go into kid bedroom, left, right, and left and right. Okay? You want to see behind the drawer, you want to see behind the bed, and you want to see the corner over there. You want to see behind the bomb. There's no bomb normally, but behind the bed. And then again here, a cheeky spot. Some people hide in this corner. Check it, please. Save a life. And then you either go down these stairs, and you connect with the second drone from this area. Or you go down the armory stairs and you can basically start droning, the main floor. So you're not gonna finish at the exact same time. You're gonna finish at different timestamps because some roads are longer than others. And basically after you do that, you wanna drone classroom, garage, and meeting hall. If meeting hall is clear, you put a guy in here or you put somebody to watch a drone constantly because you wanna make sure it's clear always. This is also why you have a drone in Watchtower, because they cannot go into meeting hall in any single way besides that door, this area, which is impossible because you got the guy in the main door, or from attic, which you should drone after the guy goes in armory, make a small hole, put a drone in there. Like basically what you would do, I can show it. The second armory is clear, your friend will go in, he will go here, make a hole, and my drone will jump in and clear it. If it's clear and meeting hall is clear, they cannot go in meeting. Simple as that. It's gonna be clear until they rotate from Watchtower, where you have a drone to watch. How do you handle this? Rotating connector, rotate from kitchen into meeting, and hatch from kitchen to kitchen. Oh, what do you mean, Predator? Alright, so when you do this, in 20 to 30 seconds, the entire map is clear. Let's say somebody's lurking kids. What do you do? Well, you make a call. Either you kill him, or you leave him. If you leave him, you don't do anything, right? If you kill him, usually the guy in armory is gonna open up this, or simply just walk into the hallway, have this angle, you're gonna have one guy push from small watchtower into kitchen so that he cannot drop the hatch here. Like, this is gonna be open if they lurk. Definitely. And then you're gonna have, usually as Blackbeard, I go in this window, right? And my friend that went in small watchtower, he cleared that, so I cannot get flanked. And then Blackbeard will go here. Then he's stuck either in this room, in that room, or, you know, in the back stairs. And there's no escape. Death is inevitable. He can survive for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds, but he will die. Okay? Unless he 1 vs 5s, then we suck. And then basically, you know, you have one guy droning. Let's say he's like in the corner. Well, then I go here, I pre-fire wallbang, and in the meantime, the guy in armory, which is usually a buck or a sledge, he will push him. Maybe he gets 1 kill, maybe he doesn't, but 1-for-1 as an attacker is somewhat worth it, because you have the advantage in the bomb site. And as an attacker, it's all about getting to the bomb site, so, and you cannot get to the bomb site without taking care of this guy, or just changing your strat around it, so you gotta kill that guy, or go construction and leave him at B. What you also can do is just like leave one guy here and leave one guy in kitchen and then wait for him to come to you. But that takes 2 people. So you're gonna have a 3 vs 4. But again, you have the advantage. A 3 vs 4 is basically a 3 vs 3 because you have a Blackbeard and a Thermite. So if you don't feel like you can push him, or you feel scared, or like there's barbed wire and you have no nades, just hold the angle. The second he comes, you left click, he dies. If you're Junas, or you know, if you're an aggressive player, you push in and you fucking kill him. Right? Easy. But basically, first of all, you need to cover as much as you can. Like, what this guy could do is punch this window and jump out. But again, who the fuck does that, right? But if he does that, Blackbeard can easily rotate and kill him before he reaches his destination. Unless this is pre-knocked, then he could escape. Alright? Alright, so that's the droning basically. You could do more advanced droning, but honestly you don't need to, because you already checked watchtower, you know top floor is clear, you check small watchtower, you check the hallways. The main droning point is armory, and the main droning point is like stairs. But you don't need to drone that, you can just like, as I said, you can sledge it. Which is the guy going to armory with you. Watch the stairs, that's 1 angle. Drone meeting hall, put a guy in there, that's 2 angles. Meanwhile, you drone attic, so they cannot, like, you can kill the thermite charge if you do this. Let's see here. Like, you can kill the thermite charge right here if you have a guy in attic. That's why you want to clear it. Because if you don't clear it, they're gonna press left click, and then all your dreams and hopes and victories will be lost. Okay, so you want to clear attic no matter what you do. Just because you don't want to take the risk that someone is gonna be in there and get a free win. Alright, so that's all the droning. Then I guess we can talk actual attacking strat, huh? Like, how do you approach it after that? Do you get a book with strats or just remember it? I mean, I can remember it, but I have a Dropbox with all the strats, like painted up. Like a PowerPoint with everything marked and explained and whatnot. But I can remember it because I've played for this team in 3 seasons, and I've played the same strats every single day for 5 hours. Pengu lost against himself? I'm sorry, dude. Alright, so let's talk how you do it. I'm gonna skip the droning part because you guys already know that. So, the round starts in 5 seconds. The first thing that the guys do, they drone. So you spawn, press 5, and they drone. Meanwhile those 2 guys drone, the one guy is gonna go in armory, as I said. And then the other guy is most likely gonna be going main door or small watchtower. And then hold the rotation. You know, when we know where they are, we're gonna play adaptively. I can't explain every single scenario because there's so many scenarios. But basically, usually what people do is that, you know, the guy in armory goes in. He destroys this. You know, imagine they have no lurkers, right? He's gonna hold this AFK. He's gonna make a small hole here so we can drone it. Go back to holding this. Meanwhile, we put a drone in armory. And a guy will hold this angle, or, you know, hide, or, you know, play with your back to the wall, like disrespectful. You just hold it, right? You can hold it with a drone or a person, doesn't matter. And then the thermite will blow this hatch. And you can blow this hatch in 2 ways. Either, so in ESL, there's a glitch, so to speak. You can breach this hatch by placing a thermite charge on this wall, or that wall, or that wall. And then you get both the wall and the hatch. It's considered a bug, but in ESL, you need to agree if it's illegal or legal, and most people don't really do anything, so you can do it. So if you do that, place a thermal charge here, kill the hatch in the wall, second thermal charge goes into the meeting hall on this hatch, the hallway hatch. Okay? And then, you know, you take Blackbeard, you kill the barbed wire, you're gonna punch it for like 100 times because there's so much barbed wire. And then as Blackbeard, you know, you peek, basically when the hatch is open, you know, you peek like the basic spot like there. And since this wall is destroyed, you peek laundry. So you have one guy watching this area. And then you have Blackbeard. You know, he's holding this area. And if you feel cocky, you can pre-fire the guy here. Like, 95% of times, there's always a guy peeking like a very, very, very teeny tiny angle right there. You can be like, poop, right? Kill him. And you can, if you feel really, really cocky, you can go all the way over here and peek that guy. Usually there's a guy there as well. But again, super risky. So what's gonna happen now? Alright, well, your Blackbeard is gonna be like, guys, I think the site is clear. And then basically Ash knows that she has to smoke it. Obviously, Blackbeard threw the flashbangs down to kill the ADS. She smokes it once, she smokes it twice, 3 times. And then Blackbeard's gonna stay here holding the angle. Guy's gonna jump up, he's gonna plant default. And then the second that the planter is safe, you're gonna hold this angle, and the guy on the hatch is gonna hold the like this angle from laundry. It's 100% retard safe unless, and we spoke about this before, they have a smoke or a C4 coming out from one of these holes. You cannot C4 from this angle. He's gonna die. You cannot C4 like in this room because you're gonna die. You can only C4 from there or smoke it. So before you plant, you need to check if they have like a hidden smoke like here or like in the corner here or like, you know, there, or EMP it. Some people play Thatcher. And then you just plant. You get the plant. After that, the guy that planted needs to make a call. Either he's gonna be like, yo, Pengu, I'm gonna come back. Or he's gonna be like, yo, Pengu, I'm gonna stay. If he stays, he's gonna hold this angle, the deep angle. And Blackbeard can actually push up. And then the guy in the hatch is also gonna watch that angle. And then Blackbeard can advance and hold this angle. It's a little bit tricky because that Blackbeard could die from this guy. Like, what you could do with Blackbeard is go all the way left and hold it from this angle. But again, you need to make a decision, right? Either you're gonna go over here or you're gonna stay here. I wouldn't recommend standing in the middle of the room, even though you trade 1 for 1. So go over here, hold this deep angle. You got 2 friends watching that angle. Meanwhile, you got your guy in meeting hall. He's gonna hold this angle. And the guy above, who is AFK on the stairs, he's gonna watch the rotation we spoke about earlier. You know, this rotation right here. If somebody dies, then obviously you need to sacrifice somebody. And so either like place a claymore there or put a drone. Like usually what you do is like, let's say somebody dies and they are holding meeting hall, but you need that guy away from meeting hall. Then put a drone in meeting hall and the dead guy watch it and then just play around that. You know, if he comes, you'll get the info, you can rotate in time. If not, you know, bad luck. But you never want to give up this area without anything. So if somebody's like, yo, Pengu, I need you, I'm gonna be like, okay, 1 sec. Alright, dead guy Aiga, watch this camera, and I'm gonna rotate. If somebody comes, Aiga's gonna be like, yo, Pengu, somebody's coming, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna either shoot him or hold it defensively and wait for him to peek, right? Depending on how aggressive you are. You never want to leave it uncontested without any vision or anything. That's why you always keep it on this area. Is it 100% no, the thing is, nothing is one. Oh, you said that, Zach. Nothing is 100% iDroid proof. That's why iDroid is like a Penta member. He tests our strats and see if that's a fail, because he will find it very fast. Yeah, that guy I get. Yep. All right. Another attack, a more simple attack. I think it's a worse attack. Like when we scrim, this attack is super easy to defend and super hard to do. Is that you go watchtower and you go construction tunnel. So basically the round starts and I'm planting. And you don't really do anything. Basically, you drone watchtower, you drone blue, and then like 2 guys go watchtower. You know, usually it's a Blackbeard going stairs. 1 guy holds meeting hall like before. The opposite way this time. And then you have 3 guys, or 2 guys going to blue. In here, you're gonna drone it obviously. You're gonna thermite this wall, and you're gonna thermite the meeting hall hatch. and then you attack it from this side. Basically, you know, a Blackbeard peek in the hallway. If there's a guy playing here, he's gonna die when you open the hatch, because he has to run back, and he cannot, you know, not get shot unless they have a shield, which nobody does. Even if they do, blow it up, fuck it. And then basically you attack the B-bomb side. It's not that easy, because there's so many ways you can die, there's so many angles, and honestly, it's pretty hard to get kills unless you're Blackbeard, because they have the peekers advantage at all times. But it can definitely work. But it's very easy for them to smoke you, to C4 you. Like, you can also play like in this corner, and you can hold this angle to construction. And even if it's a Blackbeard peeking you, it's pretty easy to get the kill, unless like he's a very accurate Blackbeard. So if Pengu's there, boys, don't peek him. But yeah. And then obviously the defenders will have like one guy watching the flank and 4 guys playing to the side. The issue with this is there's no split pressure. Like with this hatch, you can't really do anything. Like it gives you the same thing as this guy. So you kind of waste a thermite charge. But you cannot afford to thermite the A hatch simply because you don't have area for the entire map. Alright, I think that's it. Alright. You could do other strats that are more advanced, but I'm just gonna keep it to pretty basic stuff right now. Otherwise we're gonna be here all night, as well as, you know, we can always make it advanced edition. You know what I mean? Alright, let's go smoke this time. Alright, I have barbed wire. So, kids. Kids defense. So kids defense as well is done in like, I would say like 2 ways usually, right? Maybe 3 ways. Alright, thank you, Pimmel. Thank you, dude. So, usually what you want to do... Alright, so you can do multiple things at first. Usually people have a guy playing in B, but you're gonna reinforce these walls dependingly on where he plays. You can play in the Pengu corner. This is here. This is where I was AFKing the entire season 1 and 2. You can play middle, or you can play between windows. If you play between windows, you want to reinforce this wall. Otherwise, you can get pre-fire from the A window. If you play Pengu spot, you want to reinforce this wall. And if you play middle, you want to reinforce the middle wall. Okay? So, depending on where you are, you need to reinforce specific walls. So, if you reinforce these 2 walls, but on the 3rd one, you cannot play middle unless the enemy team is boosted. Alright? And don't rely on that. So, let's say 1 reinforcement is spent here. Okay, 1 reinforcement. Open this hatch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you got 7. Oh, why do you do this? Is it... I think it's 8, 9. And 10. Because you're gonna play in kitchen. I'm not sure which wall's in kitchen. I think it's those 2. And this one. It could also be... What is this? This is... Yeah, this is bathroom as well. Don't hang up. It's one... Like, basically you want to reinforce 3 walls in kitchen, right? Or 4, depending on how crazy you go. And then, you know... Very simple. You play like, you know, 1 barbed wire here. And you can play a castle if you want to play castle. I like castle here. Castle's nice. You know, you play 1 barbed wire, maybe 2 barbed wires like downstairs. You don't want to place it too far up because you want to be able to adapt to it and react to it. This isn't the normal season 2 strat. It was for some teams, it was. But I'm not saying it was. I said I was laying here in season 2. I didn't say we played this strat in season 2. In season 2, I was laying here and we didn't play kitchen and I got naded every round and I died. You know, that's why we lost against Unity season 2. Or G-Bot season 2, because G-Bots did that. You're gonna have like 1 barbed wire pretty far down, another one a little bit further up. You don't want to have any barbed wire too close to each other so that 1 nade or 1 edge charge can kill 2. You don't want to do that. Should you reinforce your outside of attic as well? No, because you're not gonna play in attic. The only reason you reinforce this is that they don't get... Like, you're not gonna play in here. You're only gonna play, you know, 1 B and like 1 A bump. And like 2 guys downstairs, 1 guy lurking. That's like what most people do. Or like you can try and play 1 generator, but you're not gonna have fun there. There's the attic version 2. Yeah, there is, but that's not what we're talking about. I mean, obviously you could play attic, but then again you sacrifice 2 reinforcements to play attic. If you want to talk about every single possible strat there is, we're gonna be here all night, Chess. We gotta keep you to the basics. Otherwise it's like 100 stretch for a map, right? So we got team reinforcements, we got player positions. You know, usually what people do is that they lurk big watchtower, or they lurk like basement, construction tunnel, or they hide somewhere stupid like showers maybe, and then try and assist the guys downstairs. And basically, you know what most people do is that they put like a Blackbeard in this window, or a Blackbeard in the A window. Don't peek the Blackbeard, guys. I can't say enough. Don't peek the Blackbeard. So the guy on A, don't feel like you're a superhero and peek the Blackbeard. Just stay behind the bomb. Stay behind the bomb. Save a life. So yeah, very simple setup. Basically, this setup is based around, you know, most people attack B. So by having two guys downstairs, the guy in B can play free without getting naded or bucked or ashed from underneath unless they die. That's why people started doing it, because the guys in B were getting destroyed from downstairs. You can also play a guy in A with like the middle wall reinforced, a shield, and then like you can peek left and right. You can do many things. Yeah. Something I'm forgetting. I wish you good luck, champ. Tomorrow I'll be cheering for you all the way with my Penta shirt on. Night stream. I'll keep this spot up with this guy. Thank you, Charities. I'll see you tomorrow, dude. Thank you. It's getting late, isn't it? Yeah, it's getting super late. I gotta go soon as well. I think that's it. And then you could play castle, you could not. You could play bandit, and you're like, you can't really juggle this, but you could like preemptively place them to waste the time, so that they have to go and generate a window destroyed. Yeah. So how do you attack against this, huh? Like, well, what most people do when they see we play kitchen is that people go for a generator plant, right? So basically they thermite this wall, so Blackbeard can peek the angle. And they thermite generator wall, which is in here, obviously. And then they try and plant generator. And again, if they do that, you have very tight angles. If nobody's on the B window, then the B guy can just like lay here, like watch this angle. Or you can watch this angle. Like this is basically where they breached, and you can kill the guy playing default. And then you have your A guy, who can like watch, you know, you can watch the breach here in a tight angle, and you can kill the guy planting anywhere else, basically, also here. Almost 3 AM staying awake because of the strat thingy. You can watch it later tomorrow on YouTube if you want to, buddy. But yeah. So basically this bomb site, not easy to plant. If the A guy dies, then you're very like screwed. Unless you play like a pulse underneath, but again that pulse is not gonna live for long. The guy in B, again, if the team is good, they have a Blackbeard in this window, and you can't really do anything. And then you need to kill that Blackbeard, either by YOLOing, or communicating with your guys underneath, or maybe your lurker is still alive, you can flank him from Watchtower. You know, anything like that. Do you know about the thermite glitch? Yeah, of course. The other attack they could do is like go B windows, kill the guys in downstairs, and like kill the guy in B and jump in. You know, but that relies on if. Like if they kill the guys, they can do this. If they kill the guy in B, they can do this. But the other strat is like breach the wall, get the plant. There's no ifs. Obviously you need to kill the people, but it doesn't single-handedly rely on getting frags, which is very risky. And like you can't really rely on it. Like then 2 guys die, and you're gonna be like, shit, what are we gonna do now? So you don't really want to have a strat that relies on getting a specific kill, because then you're gonna be screwed sometimes. Sometimes you'll win, sometimes you lose. 50-50, it's an eco shooter, right? I think that's it. Top floor is very simple. Very simple. But the thing is, Predator, you're not allowed to use glitches in Pro League, so in ESL in general, so you know, like it doesn't matter if you know about glitches or not, because if you do, you're gonna get bent. Hello, Herbert Snow. I'm just gonna let the time go out because I can't kill myself. I think that's all. Like droning wise, you just very simply drone what you need. Like if you go in the B windows, you need to have watchtower control and attic control. If you go from generator, you need to drone like armory, bedroom, and downstairs, and have one guy watching the flank. So droning is very simple. It's almost like the other one, but more simplified. I'm a bit late today. It's okay, Red. You know, you're tuning in towards the end. Alright. I'm gonna go and attack just to show that as well from that side of view. So let's say you're gonna attack... What is basically? Just say you attack B windows, okay? This is what you see Penta do a lot, because that we like to play around. Like, I think Sisu does a lot too, I'm not sure. Because we like to play around the Blackbeard. Like we like to put pressure on Blackbeard, like give him resources, and then let him kind of like play around him, you know. If he gets the frag, we can plant. If he holds the angle, we can plant. Sorry, or whatnot. So yeah. How do you come up with that? Something new? That's the thing, Pertar. It's super hard to come up with a new strat. That's why when you do it, it's game breaking. That's why it's the meta. Alright, you wanna go Watchtower? So obviously you drone Watchtower just like before. Have a drone here or whatever. You take top control. You have one guy holding meeting. Actually, alright, this is the tricky part. This is why we lost against D-Bot Season 2. When you wanna make sure the Blackbeard on this window doesn't die, you need two things. Anti control is number one. Number two is this door / window. Because they can see him, right? Season 2 Pro League was a miserable day for Penta Sports. We lost against D-Bots on this map, which we shouldn't have. And we lost because of one simple thing. Those stairs. We had a guy holding this angle who did not know that these stairs existed. So the enemy Goga on Jaeger, I can clearly remember his name, killed me 3 times in a row. He ran up the stairs, he ran out the door, and he killed Blackbeard and Sledge. 2 times. Maybe 3. Felt bad, man. So you don't want to hold this angle. You don't want to hold like in meeting hall. You want to hold it from like the boxes or like the door or the window. Because you need to watch both angles. You cannot watch the stairs only. You cannot watch the meeting hall only. You need to watch both. Otherwise you lose against D-Bots, alright? Lesson learned. Yeah, shout out to Lucky, dude. First Pro League game. He was nervous as fuck. Alright, step after you do this, sorry I got on rent. You go upstairs with Thermite, you Thermite this. Alright. The reason you do this is that so this is clear and Bandit, oh not Bandit, sorry, Blackbeard cannot get killed from this angle. Usually they have a rotational here, into like so that they can go here. So that's like step number 1. Alright, Screedy Soup, good night, buddy. You know, second guy is holding the rotation. You got Blackbeard on the B windows. Boom. Boom. And then, if they play downstairs, then you need to kill those guys. And this is the if. If you don't kill these people, you're not gonna have fun. Because you're gonna die the second you jump in. Because they will have peek holes right here. So you die. So you need to kill the people downstairs. Meanwhile, Blackbeard is gonna have fun. If there's a guy in B, you know, duel him, kill him. Maybe he'll die himself. If Blackbeard dies, it's a bad day. If it's a good day, Blackbeard doesn't die. So when you get those kills, when you kill a guy in B, you can basically like jump in the window and plant. Easy win, right? Easy win. The only issue with this bomb site is that there's not that many spots to plant, because if you grenade this, then the drawer disappears, and you can die from generator, right? So I recommend planting here. Behind the bomb. The only way you can die is like from this angle, but you should have a guy on the A window here, making sure that nobody is peeking that angle by holding this angle, right? Or this angle, doesn't matter. So yeah, it's pretty hard to plant in safety if like they have a man advantage, or if you just simply haven't killed the aggressive players. So like yeah, also if you plant here and you don't have a control of downstairs, you can get shot from the hatch. If they have a Valkyrie camera, they can wallbang you. So you want to check for Valkyrie cameras too, just in case for wallbang, especially if you haven't clicked downstairs. But yeah. Again, the other attack, super simple. You drone main lobby, classroom, and armory, and you drone Garrett, sorry, and armory, and you take Firma. You Firma this wall. That was horrible, horrible sledge player. Boom boom. You know, you have Blackbeard watching this angle, basically denying any rotation. You can watch kids room. You can slightly watch the desk here, and you can watch bedroom, and you can also watch generator if they rotate to bedroom, or to kids, sorry. But you cannot watch. I don't think you can watch them actually if they go here. Like if they're a fast operator and they run like here, you're only gonna see them for a split second. You might not even see them at all because you're holding this angle actually. So they can rotate here unless you peek it aggressively. Watching this in bed for Pengu ASMR. Oh, hello, dealer guy. Why are you not asleep yet, bro? You got school, don't you? Are you still sick? Anyway, so what you do is you breach that wall, you breach this wall. I would recommend you breaching it on the left side, because on the right side, the guy in kids can see you, right? So if you breach it here, you know, you can die here, and you can die here, and you can die here. It's like 3 angles, basically, right? If you breach it, let's see, here in the middle. All left side. Let's just destroy the entire thing, actually. I think it's easier. Alright, this blocks me. Alright. If you breach it here, you can, like, there will be a guy here, right? Behind this wall. And you will have to kill that guy before you can plant. But basically, once that guy is dead, you can plant, like, right here. And you're not in danger of the B guy. And then a guy holding your angle can then hold him. You know what I mean? Instead of planting here and die from the guy in B. Like, a lot of pro teams actually plant here, and I just kill them because I'm sitting here. And I'm just enjoying myself like this, right? And I'm like, oh, hello, Philmite. He's dead. Right? Don't plant that corner. Save a life. That's basically the only 2 attacks there is. You could do something like Blackbeard A window, kill the guy on A from underneath with a nade. You know, have a Blackbeard in the B window, take care of the B guy, jump in A, plant here. You could arguably do that, but honestly, I wouldn't count on it. It's a lot harder. It's a lot harder. And you kind of, again, rely on frags, because if the A guy doesn't die, you're gonna get smoked as you forward. And if the B guy doesn't die, you'll get pre-fired from this angle. Because on B, you can watch that angle right here. Like, if you reinforce the middle wall here, you can, like, lean. And, alright. You can watch this angle right there. Good spots for Valkyrie cameras? I don't really know that many good ones. The only good one I know, I think, is that you can go here. So, I can't sledge this window for some reason. Oh, no hammer. Okay. You can throw a camera like here. And that camera can see everything. It can see this area, small watchtower. And it can see, like, down here. It can see down here. So, like, open this window. You know, throw it there. And then you got like one in kids' bedroom. I saw G-Bots doing this actually, I think it was. They opened up the kids' window here. And they would throw a camera, you know, like on this side. Or like down here. Very simple. And just watch both sides. And then obviously, I mean, I don't play Valkyrie, so I don't really know the spots. But just place them in a corner where they're hiding or underneath something. Or in a spot where people don't usually come from. Actually, you want to place it in a spot where they come from, because they're always going to look ahead. They're not going to look behind them. So you want to have the camera in a position where they're going to have to like turn around and actually look for the camera. You don't want them to accidentally find the camera by just running around and watching. Like, you know exactly what the enemy will do, right? You know how they drone. You know what angles they peek. You know what walls they breach. So you also know exactly what walls they're going to see by default. So you gotta make it a little bit harder by placing them in a spot where they're not going to see unless they're actually wanting to find a camera. It's like hunting for Easter eggs in Easter, you know? If you come from this door, you're always gonna see this wall and this area. But you're not really gonna look here, right? Who the fuck is gonna look up here? Who's gonna come in here and be like, alright, I know they have a lurker in, let's say, kitchen, right? You're not gonna be like, oh, wait, Valkyrie camera. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna be like, slow motion, you're gonna be like, oh, no Valkyrie camera? No Valkyrie camera? And you're gonna keep going. You're not gonna turn around and look for, like, if you do that, you're too good for Pro League, bro. Alright, you're too good. So you don't want to place them at the wall that they're gonna head towards. You want to place towards the wall that they're going away from. He could find the camera after they killed the guy and went back. You'd be like, oh, there's a Valkyrie camera. But again, adrenaline is pumping. You know, the comms are going crazy. You're like, oh, I gotta kill boys. I'm getting late tonight. So you might not see it. But again, some people do, some people don't. 50-50, right? I'm sure I've missed thousands of cameras in my time, as well as drones. It happens. I think that's it. Is there anything you want to talk about? Is there any questions? Is there any, anything? Because I might have missed something. Like, just basic. I don't want to go too in-depth, because then we're going to lose some people. But just basically, is there something we missed? We went over droning. Pretty fast for kids attack because it's very adaptive droning. You can do so many different things in terms of killing the roamers and whatnot. Obviously, the biggest tower side strat. We're not gonna talk about a tower side strat. Yeah. How do we defend tower? You don't defend tower. You don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna die. So Blackbeard, you're gonna lose, and you're never gonna make it. Honestly, I don't even know how. I mean, I can probably guess how you hold it, but I don't have any like big ass knowledge on it. I want people to pick Watchtower Pro League. I mean, it can work. Basically, if you play tower, you need to play super aggro. I feel like you lurk with like 2 or 3 people, or you hold meeting aggressively, cause you cannot play it from outside. So my innate did pick about. Yeah, I mean, people do, yeah. What's my mouse settings? 1800 DPI, 4440 in game. You can also type exclamation mark settings in chat, and this will come up. Yep. I mean, honestly, you know, you make a peagle here to watch meeting, you reinforce attic, you can play from there, and you can probably reinforce meeting, you can reinforce the other side of attic, that's reinforcements. You could play frost for frost trap up top. I don't know how you would not, like, I guess you can make peagles, like, underneath here, and you can hold the windows and whatnot. You can do the same thing over here. And like here, oh, here is the second one, the third one. You know, you can hold the windows. You're gonna have super aggressive Falko cameras outside so you can jump out. You're gonna have like one guy roaming dining, one guy roaming the building so that you can watch the south and west side of the building. The only side you cannot see is the north side. And then it's all about finding the frags, I guess. I don't think the attackers were prepared. Right. I think these strats are showing me how bad I am. Feels bad, man. Oh, feels bad. Good night, Mumble. I don't know. This would be my take on it. I feel like Watchtower is all about finding the frags. You're never gonna win a 5 vs 5. You know, you shouldn't at least, because it's so easy to get control in this map, especially if you lurk hard. Let's say you have 3 or 2 lurkers. Well, we're gonna have one guy on this bomb side, max 2. The second he dies, they go and they plant. You will lose. So yeah. And he replied, "Kicks." Oh shit. What a troll, dude. I think that's it. I think we're done. I think so. Just thinking real quick. There's only one thing we could talk about, which like you can like mute juggle the basement, but it's been shown in NA Pro League. I don't know if they've done it in EU yet. Kicks is deaf in 1 year. It feels bad, man, dude. Can I do this for Hereford too? Not today. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. I think that's it. So the main issue that people have on Oregon is controlling the lurkers, or like dealing with the lurkers. It's not hard attacking basement if there's 5 guys on the side. It's not hard attacking kids if there's 5 guys on the side. You know what I mean? It's hard if people lurk and they run around, they kill your drones, they run to a new spot to kill another drone, and before you know it, you spend like 7 drones and he's still alive. Then you lose the round. You know what I mean? Or like if you drone it poorly and like a lurker randomly kills your thermal charge from attic or from like stairs or from kitchen, that's pretty sad too, right? So droning is like #1 key, and then shot calling and how you want to deal with the lurkers is like the second key.